So, James Bay's new album just came out. James Bay's. Many of you might not know that I like James a lot. Many of you might not even know who the hell he is. I did a video on his song Scars a while ago, and it actually did pretty well considering my audience and channel. Just to make sure, for those of you who may not know who he is, James Bay is a singer-songwriter, guitarist from the UK, and he's also a Grammy-winning artist. However, he isn't like mainstream or anything. Even though he has had a lot of success, he's one of those, though, that should be super big. I mean, if James Bay was like famous back in the 70s, he wouldn't have just been famous, he would have been a fucking superstar. Anyway, that's your little primer on James Bay, but chances are if you're clicking on this video, you're already a fan of James Bay, though. Anyway, like I said, he has released his third studio album. What I appreciate about him is that he's always changing. Chaos and the Calm was his biggest album, and probably the one that is closest to his core. Electric Light, then, was him and his label kind of trying to break into the mainstream. It had auto-tune, it was poppy, but it still felt like James, which is insane because it's very easy for a musician like him to lose himself trying to go mainstream. But he did it. However, unfortunately, it didn't really pan out. He and his label were probably hoping for more. But it's alright, it was still a magnificent work of art, and then some years later, we arrive at Leap. We're fucking leapfrogging this shit. Now let me tell you about Leap. Leading to the release of Leap, he was putting videos of his songs on TikTok, just like basically every other fucking artist. He was doing acoustic versions of his new tracks, and they were all pretty much amazing. It wasn't the whole track, but it was kind of, at least 1 minute, 1 minute and a half sort of thing. And even in 2020, he did this live stream concert, and he played a couple of new tracks, like fully, and I was blown away by them, full stop. But little did I know that it was going to be a long fucking wait until we heard the full arrangement of these songs. Now, Leap's first single came out earlier this year, and it was called Gimme the Reason.
Give me the reason. Am I staying or leaving? Give me the reason. Give it one more try. Don't wanna say goodbye.
This track opens the album, and I liked the track, but I wasn't crazy about it when I heard it the first time. My girlfriend, of course, fucking jizzed all over it. Then the second single came out, and this song we had already heard before acoustically, and I thought it was amazing then. But then when I heard it as a single, with a full band arrangement, at first I thought, it was pretty good, except for one thing. These background vocals.
Oh, tell me that you'll never let me go. Bury my body or send it down the river. Oh, I could never do it on my own.
I was so mad. I was like, what the fuck, James? Like, it sounds awful. But then my girlfriend said something that I didn't think about, like always. She said, that sounded kind of preachy, a little gospel-y, a little choir-y. And she said it makes sense because this song is a complete preachy, loving song to his wife, Lucy. And then all of a sudden, the clouds parted and everything made sense. The name of the album, the look of it, Give Me the Reason, One Life, the type of music he was doing this time around, the background vocals. This whole album is about taking a leap of faith and continuing to love, to trust people, to take a leap for happiness when there are so many things around you telling you not to. The album has religious themes without an actual literal belief in God as we know it. I mean, fuck, look at the colors of the album cover. And the album's called Leap, for crying out loud. Give Me the Reason, the opener, is of course about him getting a reason, obtaining a reason to continue being in a relationship. But it's really about him wanting a reason to keep believing in God, if you know what I mean. One Life is basically a love letter to God, to the thing that he deems his God, which is his family, his wife. I mean, think about it, right? People have doubts, when they believe in God sometimes. And sometimes they pray for a reason to continue believing. In this case, it's a belief in his relationship. I lost my shit. Okay, this man was creating a good Christian album. I kid. Okay, no hate towards Christian music. I just said that because it's totally the stereotype, right? To hate on Christian music. But I'll tell you, personally, I'm an atheist, as you know, so I avoid Christian music at all costs because the preachiness kind of bothers me. And so this album is that, except without God. It's preaching to the things that are really godlike. Your partner, your relationship, love, life. It's more grounded, yet so holy. But hey, I don't know. Now that I think about it, I might give Christian music another chance, just as long as I put my mind and context in the right places. This whole album is just a love letter to love. He tackles insecurity, vulnerability, uncertainty, the things that hold us back from leaping. Songs like Silent Love, Give Me the Reason, Brilliant Still, these are all about the flaws and the doubts in our lives as humans.
So afraid you're not enough. Every day another cut. You wouldn't love yourself, you wouldn't dare. Why does it hurt so much to care?
And then he has songs that give us reasons to leap, like Better, One Life, Right Now, and Everybody Needs Someone. And you know, that song, Everybody Needs Someone, is fantastic because it sets the universal message out there that says, metaphorically, everyone needs a God, per se. A reason, a purpose, something to hold on to love. Whatever that may be for you, go for it. Go get it.
To see that I'm allowed to take me home, 'cause everybody needs someone.
Now, when it comes to the music of the album, it does remind me of Christian music. In fact, a lot of James' music, especially the first album that he came out with, reminded me of Christian music. But the fact that it's not is genius. And he doubles down with that for this album, and he just makes his music sound like you're in a fucking performing church with your hands up in the air, feeling the energy of God.
Give me the reason. Am I sticking or leaving? Give me the reason. Give it one more try. Don't wanna say goodbye. To see that I'm allowed to take me home, 'cause everybody needs someone.
It has very upbeat percussion, fast Christian-y melodies, and screaming choruses, but without the literal mention or preachiness to God as we know it. And fuck, he's also able to put in a little bit of punk in there, a little bit of new wave, dare I say it? It sounds like the happier version of The Cure. Now, we know James isn't religious, okay? He never mentions God in his posts, but that's what I'm telling you. In fact, no, that's what I really want to tell you. It's the people who don't believe in God who look for him the most. And they do so maybe in other ways. And they find him. They find him in their own way.
I just wanna tell you I just wanna tell you, without you, I don't know what I'd do. I've only got one life, and I want you in it. Oh, tell me that you'll never let me go. Or bury my body, or send it down the river. Oh, I could never do it on my own.
And also, just P.S., I do have one complaint. James, what is this shit?
Till there's nowhere left to go, to go.
Look, this song is amazing, okay, James, but the arrangement is god-awful, mate. Arrangement is god-awful, mate. It sounds like a club remix that other artists or fans did to the original song. It feels like such a sore thumb musically to the rest of the album, but hey, maybe that's the point. You know, artists do things on purpose. Whatever it is, I just don't think it pans out in the end. Sorry, James, but the original acoustic version is amazing. But trust me, you're still making every girl jizz with this song. Sorry, Lucy. Lyrics are amazing. Not surprised.
Be my destination. Whoa, I wanna hide in the covers, discover your body slow, till there's nowhere left to go, to go. Whoa.